Okay, so welcome back everybody. Here we are now, a special treat for you. It's day 14 and we're going to be going on a Galley tour today, and it's a tour that's been arranged and we've been invited to. So stick with us as you get to see the behind the scenes activity of the Galley operations. And here we're just in the main dining room on deck 4, and we're just having a welcome drink before Chef turns up, and Chef Andy is here, and he's going to be walking and talking the Galley tour today.
My plan's going to be, we're going to go to deck 5 first and have a look at the bakery and the operation on deck 5. Then we're going to move down to deck 4, that's the main galley, the main production galley. That's the biggest galley we have on the ship. Galley is the same as a kitchen. Back home is a kitchen, here is a galley. So it's probably just like the same as you have at home, I'm sure. But anyway, if I can just ask you to be very careful when you're moving around the galley. You know, we just finished up breakfast now, and now we start preparation for lunch. I don't want anybody to slip, fall. Unfortunately, we only have galley tiles and stainless steel around the back. So if you slip and fall, there's going to be no soft landing, assured. It's going to be painful. And all the cooks will laugh. so they have the advantage of wearing anti-slip shoes. So any questions you have as we go around, please don't hesitate to stop me and ask away. I think the cooks are they're all well versed, to say nothing. they're all good to go. So anyway, while we're having our champagne, you can't walk around the galley with champagne for sure and glass. Anyway, but any questions so far? No? All good?
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you a little bit about how we do loading. But for this 15-day cruise, it's very challenging because, you know, for one, we don't have so much storage space to store food for 15 days. And then secondly, we know we cannot store a lot of food because it's perishable. So all the fresh food, we have to make a top-off order. We've got some in Tenerife, which we didn't plan to do, but we needed urgently. And then in Lisbon, we took some extra food just to get us the next 2 days to Southampton. So tomorrow Southampton, it would be usually a normal loading day, but we're going to head to Brest in France for our dry dock. The ship will be in dry dock now for the next 25 days. So it's, for us, no change. We've got 800 crew staying on board, and we've got around about 800 contractors. So we've got carpet fitters, carpenters, plumbers, electricians. The old Wi-Fi system's getting torn out, and a new Wi-Fi system apparently is going to be fixed. And then there's a lot of work to go on with the engines.
Just in time.
So yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, I don't know what it is with the Wi-Fi on the ship. But anyway, yeah, and then they do the old thing is they have to scrape the bottom of the ship. So it'll all get scraped and repainted and put a special paint on. Makes it go faster in the water, I guess. It's less drag, more fuel efficient. That's the whole thing. So there's a lot going to be happening. It's usually a dry dock is really a chaos time for us. You know, they're going to shut some of the galleys down. We're going to get new equipment in the galley. So hopefully by the time we are finished, when we come out of dry dock, we should look like a brand new ship.
Right.
Let's hope. Yes, sir.
What happens to all that extra food that gets thrown out? Where's that go?
We feed the fish with that. You know, so as we go along. No, we have a pulping system. We'll see it as we go down the galley. Everything gets pulped, goes into a waste tank. We do. We try not to. But if it like when we're 22 miles off any coastline, waste food can go in the ocean. So we're not breaking no rules or anything like that. Yes, sir.
Chef, you mentioned taking on extra food at various ports, sometimes unplanned. What sort of time frame do you need for that, or can you pull on sort of large food quantities quite quickly?
Yeah. Normally, if everything in a perfect world, we make, like now I'm making orders for the first sailing from Amsterdam in 25 days time. We usually work in America, we work 3 weeks in advance. In Europe, because the ships, we have a lot of things that come by container from the United States, so it's going to take nearly 2 months. So we have to be thinking way down the line for what we actually need from there. But most of the fresh produce is not going to come from America. No, we're going to do a loading in Amsterdam. So and then there's certain ports that we have where if we're really struggling or something didn't actually make it to the ship on time, we have other ports where we have suppliers that can help us out.
That's
so
good.
that's the way we work for this.
Thank you.
From the Canary Islands?
Yeah, we got bananas from the Canaries. Did you enjoy them?
Yeah, we had, I guess that day, they showed up the next day?
Yeah, that's right.
That were the bananas from the Canary Islands?
Yeah, I don't know, bananas from, the bananas we got from, where did we set off from? Fort Lauderdale? Yeah, the bananas that came in Fort Lauderdale, I don't know why, but we usually buy in stages. We buy green, almost yellow and yellow. So the stage, so because bananas keep ripening all the time. But for some unknown reason to me, we got green bananas, some more green bananas, and some more green bananas. So we had a lot of green bananas. so it's again, it's a challenge. But right now in the markets for fresh produce, it's it's not so easy these days anymore. There's always weather has a big impact on certain things, and a lot of the food that's coming from Central America. If you have bad weather, the product isn't as good as it should be. We don't get it, and that's the bottom line. So, but yeah.
So the whole crew stays on the ship?
The what, sorry?
The whole crew?
Very much, yeah. Most of them, yeah. They all got different jobs to do. I'll lose half of the galley team. We have what they call fire watch, because whenever there's making any hot work, somebody's got to be there. They watch from one deck below, one deck above, one deck on the sides, making sure that there's not getting any fire started. It's everything metal. It's absolutely metal. So, okay, we all go down this side. Cool. Okay. Right. Well, as soon as you're ready to go, we're going to head up to deck 5, and then we'll work down to deck 4, as I say. So, just now, you ready? Ready. Please come on through.
So we're going through into the galley now, and obviously there's a lot of people.
Just
so
wait there, please. We can have a little chat again. So I'm going to try and keep in the middle so everybody can hear. You can stand next to you, man. So everybody can hear what we've got to say. So we'll start here. We're going to work around the galley the way that the waiters would use the galley. It's only like a one-way system. There's only the waiters can mess it up, and believe you me, they do. We have a one-way system. And this is the way the waiters are going to work. Here on deck 5, we start here. This is the dish ring. The dish ring, it takes 5 people to operate this dish ring. It's very quiet here right now at the moment. But when this machine starts, it gets very, very noisy. It gets very, very hot and steamy. The guys that are working here, they have to wear the ear protection. But it's not a very great job. The guys are going to work here for 4 to 5 hours once service starts. We have one guy is going to work on this side of the bench. As you can see, we all have colour-coded bins, and then you've got to make sure that the garbage is separated. The garbage needs separating because it's, the yellow bins are for food waste, the red bin is for anything that will burn, and we have glass, tin, and glass and tin, aluminum. Which one do you call it? Aluminum. It depends where you're from. Anyway, so all the aluminium, Aluminium and steel, tin cans, anything like that. Everything is crushed, and then we have like what we call it the incinerator room, but it's like where they separate all the garbage before it goes shoreside. So they crush down all the tin and aluminum. They crush it all down. They pack it up, and then at certain ports we send it off. Then crockery, we grind all the broken crockery and glass, all gets like churned up, put it into sacks, and that gets landed separate as well. Then, as I said, we talked about the dry, anything that's plastic, paper, things that you can't put through the pulper machine, like pineapple husks, banana skins, all the things that mash up your pulper system. That goes in the incinerator, it's burned. And then the ash again, they collect all the ash up and that's sent to the shoreside. And then the food waste, we talked about already, how we deal with the food waste. So that one job there alone is that this guy is very, very important job. If he can mess this up, then we can be in a whole heap of trouble with Coast Guard and people like this. Then the dishwash itself, we have two dishwash machines. This is called a flight type dishwash machine and a rack. The flight one there is where we put all the plates, all the crockery, knife forks, it all goes through there. There's two guys that work on the dirty side. So it's their job to make the pre-wash, make sure all the food's scraped away so we're not having too much food going in, debris going into the dishwash itself. And then when it comes through, we've got two guys at that side and they make sure it's clean and then they put it back in the rack so it stacks. The reason they're there for so long is we don't have enough crockery. We don't have enough room to store crockery for two sheet seatings. So they've got to be, once the service starts, the crockery's getting recycled and put back into service all the time. So it's quite a hectic job. And if they stop working, within minutes, we're all going to stop. There's nothing to work with. So this guy's very important. A small dishwasher there, or glass, this is for washing glass only. So all the glasses go through this one. It has a different chemical. One, it's supposed to remove lipstick and such, and it has a streak-free drying agent, so you don't get the water runs on the glasses. So then they shouldn't have to polish them. They should come out ready polished. I've yet to see it actually happen. That's what it says in the manual. Okay. So that's the washing up process. So, anybody any questions for that one? Yes.
Do these serve as main dining and windjammers?
No, windjammers got their own dishwasher.
Okay.
We have two dishwashers down on deck 4. So
what about the bar area?
Bars, they've got their own little glass washers. You know, like the under-counter glass washers. The Chops and Giovanni's, they have again not as big as this, but they have a similar operation. Nothing from the galley, like pots, pans, cooking utensils gets washed here. We have a separate what we call pot wash. Yeah, the pot wash works at a much higher temperature.
Do your scraps of food, do you send that to the farmers?
No, ma'am.
Feed the
No, we just pulp it, and if the tanks are overly full, it goes in the ocean.
Okay, so that was the wash up area, and a variety of different questions come out there, which is really useful to know. And we're going off to the bakery now. Okay, so here we are. It's getting into what looks like the main galley, and in a minute we'll be in bakery.
The ship's bakery bakes everything on board. All the bread rolls, all the any kind of breakfast breads, everything is made here. Donuts, Danish pastries, just about everything. We do buy one or two like the toast loaves. These we purchase shoreside, but about everything else then is all baked on board. Bread for the specialty restaurants, bread for the main dining room, lunch and dinner. We have two shifts working in the bakery, the night shift and the day shift. The night shift is going to get most of the production done for breakfast, for all the production done for breakfast, and then they start making the preparation for lunch. Then the guys come in the daytime, they've got to finish off the production for lunch, get that all baked up, and then we start baking for dinner. 2 times we bake for dinner. We bake for first sitting, and then they'll bake again. Once that's all distributed, they'll bake the bread again for the second sitting. So, I don't know how many rolls per day you're making about now. In excess of about, we make maybe 4,000 rolls a day, 4,000 or 5,000 rolls a day. And then we've got all the loaf breads on top of that, the garlic breads and everything else. So it's non-stop. But they've got all the best toys here in the bakery. Right behind you there is in the middle. This is a proving oven. Our baker very happy because he's going in dry dock, he's going to get 2 new proving oven. So then we have 2 rotating ovens as well. Those are the actual baking ovens. We've got some baguettes in there right now. So that's getting the bread done. The bread's rotating, so it gets nice and evenly baked. This big machine here, you can see in the middle, this is a rolling pin. I don't know if you've got one like this at home. Have you got some pastry on there? You want to put something through it? So, especially when we're making croissant, we have to roll around about 2,000 croissants each night. So that we make the croissant dough, and they use this machine here. Let me get out of the way because I've seen it work before. And then it's going to go until it can get the right thickness. So when he's doing the croissant, maybe like 30 foot of dough going backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. Just got a small piece there. Okay, so if you've seen that one, we can move on, and then the ones at the back, he'll do it again, okay?
Wow, that's brilliant. Isn't that good? Thank you, Chef. Appreciate that.
Okay. This ship is 20 years old now. Yeah, the ovens are 20 years old, the dough mixers and that. Only thing that's changed in there is a bread slicer. You know, we have a loaf slicer. Slicer bread. That's the only new machine that's got in there. The new machines are more efficient. I don't know about that. I don't think they are. They certainly don't feel them strong. I was on the Oasis not so long ago, and their ship is falling apart. The equipment in the Galley. I mean, like I say, it's not falling apart, but it's just not strong. Like this ship is. I worked on a Sovereign, and the Sovereign was the solidest built ship I've ever been on. They were absolutely rough.
First ship we ever sailed on.
Yeah?
Well, this ship is standing up well. It's very good shape. But the company, they really do keep on top. We have a whole team of maintenance guys on board who are working 24/7. You know, so if we lose an oven or a grill or something like this, then they come out, they'll fix it, whatever they possibly can. They carry a large amount of spare parts, so we can keep the business going.
The new ships, they have more specialists here?
No, not at all. They have bigger galleys, but they've got more to do, you know, so the bigger the ship, the bigger the galley, the more production they have to do. I know the guys that work in the speciality restaurants are very envious of the galleys that we have on this class of ship. Our Azumi galley is the best galley on the ship, for my money. And this is where we start with the hot food. First of all, the cold food here. So the first 2 fridges will be full of cold appetizer. Then it's going to be full of dessert. But then we've got But the waiters come, they take the desserts and eat, and off we go. Then they're going to come back down again for the hot food. Each section in this part of the galley is a particular dish that's going to be served from there. So we have 3 cooks on the inside of the galley, 1 cook on the outside of the galley, and then 2 chefs parading up and down, trying to make sure everything is looking exactly the same. Food should be hot at all times, but it leaves this galley, it all should be temperature checked and make sure that everything is hot when it leaves here. What happens after that, I don't know. But you know, we try our very, very best to get the food to you as hot as we possibly can. So, for tonight we have a grilled Mediterranean steak. So the waiter will come along and say, I need 3 medium, 2 medium rare, and the 3 cooks will make 2 medium, 3 medium rare. The cook here will check them, he'll cover them, and then the waiter goes to the next one, which is braised lamb shank. So then I'll take you 4 or 5 braised lamb shank, next, and off we go to the galley.
Like this, okay. So how many of these in one go and what's the production time?
Right, so we're gonna, tonight I would say we're gonna serve around maybe 300 steak tonight. So the guy will start then on his, that's his grill there. He'll start maybe, by now he knows who's ordering medium well meat, medium rare, so he's got a good idea. So maybe we're gonna start with 20 medium well or well done. He can keep them close together, medium rares, mediums, and then have a few rare. And then as the time goes by, the tickets are all going to get lined up on them chaps there, and then he can keep or check there. I need another 15 medium, I need another so many, and so then he can adjust, and then he just keep feeding this. The whole idea, and the guys always have the steaks ready. Touch wood. Yeah, so. For the amount of steak we serve, I mean, we do get somebody return say, oh, it's overcooked, undercooked. You know, it's not that many though, you know, maybe if we get 3 or 4 in a service, is that saying, oh, it's not really acceptable, but, you know, it can be expected. And a lot of people's perception of medium rare, medium, and medium well is very different. I know I live in France for part of the year. I have an house in France, and if I go into the bistro there and ask for a steak medium rare, it's probably going to bring itself to the table. You know, it's the French eat their meat very, very rare. If you ask for a rare, you've got to go out in the field and get it yourself. You know, their medium is what we would say. Their medium is what we would call maybe medium rare. You know, so very, very. It took me a while to get my head around that. So, but yeah, you know, other people, they think that a medium shouldn't have any blood inside. And so the waiters, they get to know as well. He's asked for a medium, but he really wants a medium well, or they just ask for a rare, which wants medium rare, and so on and so forth, you know. And so we try and get the balance right. For the steaks, for the meats, we use mainly the flat grills for vegetables, any grilled vegetables, or any grilled fish. The big square oblong thing with the valve in the top, that's a sauce pan. So that's what we use to make sauces. Our sauces are made from fresh. The nighttime guys, they make the stock. We make chicken stock, fish stock, veal stock, and vegetable stock is a byproduct. That is all then made into the sauces and the soup for the next day. So this one here is looks like it's straight soup, but it's going to make maybe 7 to 10 gallons of soup at a time. Sauces at a time there. Don't have too much coal for the small plastic pans that you see at home. Maybe a little bit in where we are doing anybody's got dietary requirements. We use smaller pans, but those are the pans we use, and they're big holding pots for the sauces down there. Okay, we'll go a bit down this way. We have, you know, the same day that you call it the ship. We have the United States Public Health. They do a twice a year inspection, and they put us through the ring inspection. I'm very happy to say that for the galleys, she only made one comment about some sailor on a crunching machine. You see them were coming loose. That's the one crunching machine. So we made 100% for the Galley for the bucket down. So we're very proud of that. And on a turnaround day when we had a massive loading and starting a 15-day cruise, it wasn't the best first day I've ever done. I've got to be honest. So anyway, so down this side of the Galley now, over in the back there, we have got the room service or cabin service. So anything that's ordered from cabin service comes from the back over there. And then the orders will come. They will make the order, comes to here. Then the room service area will see the minute. They make all the plates and the trays. Everything goes to the cabin. It should be with you within 30 minutes of the target time. Okay. Now, the busy time, early morning, very early morning, and sort of like towards the end of the night. This is the buffet section. The buffet produce all the cold food for the windjammer. Also, they look after all the sandwiches for the solarium and for the latitudes. And there's our sandwich lady. So, she's making sandwiches all day long. So it's like. It's pretty much a non-stop thing. We cannot make tonight sandwiches this morning. The bread, it's going to be stale. So we have to make sandwiches all day long. And I think she's doing a great job.
Yes.
But all the cold salads, the meat platters, cheese platters for the windjammer, everything coming from this station. It's 8 guys working here at the busy time. Right now that we're taking a break, they're going to come back any time now. And they're going to start to set the windjammer for lunch. So that's so everything actually by now for the windjammer should be there. Okay, as you go past it, that's the area where they make the room service trays, and we're going to head down the steps to make part 4. Okay. But we have slicing machines for the vegetables downstairs, but they don't always like to use these things because then they've got to clean them afterwards. So it's better just to use a knife and you've only got a knife to clean. Yeah. Okay.
When you get into really rough seas, I guess everything just slows down considerably up there.
It can be a little bit tricky. Like yesterday was a little bit choppy. Not too bad, but what we have to do, we put the plastic wrap or cling film. We put it on all the surfaces so things stop sliding around. It's amazing how much damage can be caused if it's sliding. The plates on the floor. I've been on ships when we've lost the entire crockery, so but we haven't had any rough sea like that for I don't know, Bay of Biscay like yesterday can be quite tricky. And South China Seas is also notoriously bad weather there, very rough seas. Okay, we're going to go again in the Galley on deck 4 now. Blue when I got it, but it's been in the laundry that many times. It's now become a purple in colour. I have some grey ones that were once black. Anyway, laundry's on the ship. I don't know. Can you all hear me back there? Are we okay? Okay, so the first part of this galley is our cold pantry. Now, the opposed difference from the galley, all the cold appetisers for the main dining room, all the cold plates is all made here in the pantry. The pantry working again, it's a 24-hour operation. The guys in the night time make all the breakfast plates and all the breakfast production. They'll start and get ready for lunchtime. Then the day comes, they've got to finish everything off. A shrimp cocktail, we'll make around at least 600 shrimp cocktail for tonight. Most appetisers, we make 200-300 of each appetiser. That's to be ready for the first and the second sitting. What they'll do is they'll make so many, and then for second sitting they'll adjust and make more. Okay, so go down on this way now. I'll stand on this side. Okay, so this is now the main production galley. This is the biggest galley that we have on our ship. More or less everything, most of everything for the windjammer, as I say, it should be already there. If it's not already there now, we're in trouble. Now the guys are the few guys that are left behind, they're getting set for lunch in the dining room, and then some of the guys over there are getting preparation ready for dinner tonight. Already I can see he's got all the lamb shanks all lined up, ready to go inside the oven. We're going to cook them nice and slow. I'm shooting ready for 5:30. The only thing different from upstairs is we have the grills and the saucepans the same, but now we have 2 sets, and then they have the roasting ovens at the back over there, and then the main cooking range is there in the centre. So it's just same as upstairs, but bigger. Waiters again, one-way system. We even put arrows for them to follow. You wouldn't think you could go wrong, could you? What could be difficult about that? I don't know. It still amazes me. After this time, the 2 benches behind you right here, this is where we put the soups. So we have hot soup. In the cupboards below we have hot cups, and we have cold cups. When we used to make chilled soups all the time, we used to have a chill cabinet to make to keep the soup chilled. Okay? You can hear me back there? Yeah, still good? Right, we're going to go soup and pastry and we're going to about done. Come on down, some tasters now. Galley's very kind of made us some little tasters for you if you're sure to. Please help yourself. If you'd like some red velvet cake, some property roll. Yeah, help yourself. So please, can you get a little bit right over on this side. This is the pastry. Again, the pastry, this is Galley, head pastry chef. I let him come out in the dining room last night, but there you go. The guys working in pastry, they have 2 teams. They have the night team again. All the food production is going to be done through the night time. Then in the daytime it has to be turned into dessert and get ready for the dining room. But they also got windjammer to do as well. So everything we don't really buy too many products again for pastry. So everything we start with is flour, eggs, sugar, milk. They make the sponge cakes, they make the pastry, they make whatever they need, and then they take it from there. On this side of the galley, there we have the soup section and the vegetables. In the soup section, they're making all the soups every day. We're making around 40 to 50 gallons of soup at a time. No packets, no powders, no tins, everything made from the start to the finish. So that's a full-time job as well in itself. Okay, right, dishing is there. Give me, if you finish with the plates, I'll collect it. And I say thank you for coming along. I hope you enjoyed the little tour there. It's pretty much that's what we do each and every day. I really hope you've enjoyed your cruise. We really hope you've enjoyed the food. If there are 1 or 2 dishes you want happy with, I hope you can let us off the hook. It's 15 days. It takes a lot of choice, to try and make everything different every day. So, please, any more questions? Yeah.
If you have food on, say, like the buffet or something, can you use any of the leftovers to make soup the next day? Or
No, any food that leaves the galley can never come back to the galley.
So
It has to go to the bin.
If you had lobster that you didn't use last night,
Yeah.
that didn't come out, would
no,
you use that in
if we
something
don't,
the next day?
If we don't come past them doors, it can be chilled or or whatever. But really, we don't have that much to start a whole new thing. Like last night, I think we'd about 14 lobsters left. Last night, I think we served 2,000 and about 70, and we had about 14 left. So Just the crew will, some of the crew will take it and use it up.
I wish you'd have let me know, Chef. I would have had another one.
Yeah, but then they'd charge you for it. long gone are the days of as much lobster as you would like.
Indeed.
And how many people do you have back there working?
In the crew.
In the crew?
The cooks, we have 100 cooks. We have 5 sous chefs, 1 executive sous chef, 1 admin, and 48 utilities, like doing the washing up. The cooks don't clean. The cooks only have to clean the fridge. Everything else, then when they're finished at 10 o'clock, they've got to be out of the galley for 10 o'clock because then the guys will come and clean. So they'll clean everything from the ceiling to the floor, everything in between, and you don't want to be around. Otherwise you're going to get scrubbed, rinsed and sanitised where you're standing.
And that's it? That you don't have any other workers? I thought it was like a whole lot more than that. Like maybe
for the entire ship?
Yeah.
For the entire ship, I think there's 840 crew right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And Chef, what about the galley, the crew galleys? Are they separate again? And do you have a team down there that you look after?
We have 5 guys working in the crew galley. The crew don't so much eat the same food as the guests. The crew, the vast majority of our crew are Filipino, Caribbeans, Indonesians. So they make a lot of their home comfort foods. So we have all the Indian food for the guys. They have the Filipino foods. Of course, then we've got the guys that are European. So we have 2 messes. We have we call it the staff mess and the crew mess. Staff mess is more like the food that you guys are going to be eating, but the crew, they're not really, they're away from home a long time. So they like the pigtail soup and the cow foot stew and all this
all
kind
that good
of things.
stuff.
They know this. It's home comfort food for them. Sorry? Pancit, yeah. Adobo, all these things. They love it. Chicken feet. You name it, they love it, So, but that's what it's not really my cup of tea, but it's it's what they love to eat and what they have at home. So we try and replicate that, just to try and keep them a little bit happy. Yeah, never get fish and chips.
It's a pity.
And we get roast on a Sunday though, so that's fantastic. And thank you for doing that, by the way, Chef. Appreciate that.
Especially being in Europe. But this season when we sail from Amsterdam, we don't have that many English guests on board. Very few. But before last year was a lot of, it was like maybe 50% of the guests were English. So we always used to try and fit in Sunday roast, because it's a bit of a tradition thing in the UK. What we're going to do, we've got some nice things coming from Ireland. And Scotland. We're going to get some haggis, some square slices and things like that. We're going to get in Iceland. We're going to try get Icelandic cod. If we can find a good supplier who can supply enough. That's the other thing about buying from ports that don't normally supply cruise ships. Is we're not going to go out and buy, like 3 or 4 pounds of fish, or are we going to buy, 300 or 400 pounds of fish? And but it's not always they have that amount of stock available.
A difficult question, but do you have to turn much product away at the quayside because it doesn't meet your quality standards?
If it's not good, we're not going to take it.
No, of course. But, are you finding that in a small situation, or is it?
In Miami, they have a purchasing teams now all over the world. And they go out, they find suppliers. This is the Royal Caribbean specifications. Can you supply us or can't you supply us? And if someone comes to the pier on loading day and it's not as we would wish it to be,
we'll send it away.
It's refused and we don't take it. And there's no charge, So, and then the supplier may or may not have the cost of getting it to the next port for us. So, the next port might be a day away. And all the transportation costs to get that product to us.
So of course it's in their interest then to ensure the quality is on the quayside.
That's what we hope for. Okay.
When is your contract over?
My contract, I'll finish. I'm going to do one contract from Amsterdam after dry dock. I'll be going home on the 30th of May.
Then when are you back?
I'll be coming back on the 1st of August in Liverpool,
Oh, but not in this ship.
an hour's drive from home.
On this ship?
Yeah, I'll come back. Are you going to be here?
August and then through September.
All right.
3 cruises.
Fantastic.
So we'll look for that card from us.
All right. Well, I'll look out for you.
Well, Chef, the Galley tour has been really, really informative
Yeah.
for me today. It's just fantastic to see the way everything is ordered and orderly, and you know, you're feeding a lot of people every day, aren't you? So that's a tremendous effort by you and your culinary team. So that's
We have.
to your credit.
Well, we've got this cruise. I think there's about 34 different nationalities on this cruise. So it's always a challenge. But it's good fun.
Yeah, congratulations,
Keep
it's
it
great.
fun.
Yeah.
And it gives us a much better perspective about what goes on a cruise ship behind the scenes. We don't always see that. We see the product of that out here in the restaurant, but obviously don't see the really hard work and focus and attention to detail in the kitchen itself. So thank you for that.
Thank you very much. Right, well, have a safe journey home tomorrow. If you've got a long way to go. Anybody stopping over in England for a while?
Yep.
Oh wow.
I am, I live there.
Yeah, you're there. Where are you going? London?
No, Bedfordshire.
Bedfordshire.
Bedfordshire, yeah.
Salisbury.
So we hope you've enjoyed today's video, and if you'd like to see more, then check out our channel, Ray and Sue's Travel Channel, where you'll find a multitude of different videos covering ship tours, port tours, and offering up tips and advice. You'll also find individual playlists where you can centre in on a specific ship or a specific itinerary. And consider liking and subscribing to Ray and Sue's Travel Channel. It's free, and there's not a lot free these days, is there? Thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again in the next video. Bye bye.